Oh, you know what's the worst though, dude? When you get a bowl of cereal, open the fridge and there's no milk. That's the worst.
Oh, I hate that.
Welcome back to the Church of Jesus Christ Youth Podcast. I'm your co-host Travis, here with Kaleb Frome. Today we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Um, I'm Crystal.
Alright, so you're here in Roundup, right? In this branch?
Correct.
That's nice. So Caleb's got a couple questions to ask, and so do I, and so let's start out by asking a couple questions.
Yeah, so first off, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. What's just kind of your typical day looking like nowadays that you're in quarantine?
Pretty much just really working on homework and then just hanging out with family.
That's nice.
Nice. So, are you doing the online school, or how's that?
It's kind of online and on paper.
Gotcha. Do you like that better than your usual school, or do you miss school?
And I kind of miss school.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Oh yeah, I do too. I want to go back.
Yeah, it's crazy how you don't appreciate it till it's gone.
That's so true. Well, I've got a question for you. So what are your thoughts about President Nelson and his knowledge about the virus before it took place?
It's pretty good.
So, okay, so do you realize that he set these rules in place now so we can have church at home before this virus even outbroke? If that makes sense. So, he organized us to be able to stay home and have church before it was even needed. And that hasn't ever happened in the history of the world, or of our church. So I think it's pretty crazy that now, like, not even a year later after he had worked on getting this set in place, the virus broke out, and I just thought it was pretty crazy. What are your personal thoughts on that?
It's pretty crazy that they're having us do church at home when we're supposed to just going and seeing people and enjoying their presence.
Yeah?
Awesome. Well, I have another question. This is on a
Okay.
different topic, but now that a lot of people have a lot of time on our hands, things we're trying like cooking more, or that kind of thing, what would you say is your signature dish?
Cooking, I would have to say, probably spaghetti.
Spaghetti. That's my favorite.
Spaghetti. Mine
Love
would probably be cereal, to be honest. I'm not very creative.
Honestly, though, like, it's so easy to make, and it's just right there, boom.
Yeah, like 10
You don't have
times
to
a
put
day,
any
cereal.
effort into it. Sometimes we get lazy and ask somebody else to grab the milk. Can you grab the milk? Oh, you know what's the worst, though, dude? When you get a bowl of cereal, open the fridge, and there's no milk. That's the worst.
Oh, I hate that.
It's terrible.
I one time put aluminum foil over my bowl until we went and got milk.
Haven't done that. I usually just pour it back into the box. It's not like I touched it or anything. But nowadays, you'd probably get whipped for that.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Alright, so I've got another question for you. How has staying home during these hard times really affected your life?
It's kind of affected me because I think it's my friends and I don't have with them and their families.
Oh yeah, so it's hard to not be able to hang out with your friends, and you can only hang out with your family. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's so
I
true.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, me and Caleb have been dying to get together, and we just can't.
Yeah, it is definitely a challenge.
It's so challenging. I think I accidentally asked 2 questions in a row, so Caleb, you got a couple questions for us?
Yeah. What do you miss most about church?
What I miss about church is how I get to just spend time with my friends from church and be able to learn
Yeah, I agree. Just Sunday was just a whole routine for me. I mean, it was always something I love to do, and not being able to go kind of
Yeah.
changed how I think about, the world. It's not in a bad way, but
Yeah.
it's in a different way. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Miss
definitely.
them friends.
For me, like, I did never really appreciate being able to serve and bless the sacrament as much till I'm now doing it in a very ghetto situation with our big
So
cups and our
true.
plate of bread and stuff.
That's so
But I
true.
definitely miss being able to do it for the whole congregation. That's quite a
I
cool thing.
know. It's such a weird feeling though. It's
Yeah.
almost like, you know, it's just weird. I'll be blessing the sacrament and I'll be like, okay, I feel like all the eyeballs are on me. As in, you can hide behind the
It's
counter in church. You can
it's
just kind of,
scary.
it is.
You don't
It's,
want to mess up, that's for sure.
yeah.
I got another question. What do you like most about being home?
I guess spend more time with family.
So that's a good thing.
Most of the time, family's pretty busy.
Yeah, I can agree with that. My dad thinks it's the end of the world, so we have to, like, do a bunch of things, Act like our pigs
Yeah.
are our only food, Things like that. But, I mean, it's just a good are you ready for
That's
what's
what
to
I was
come?
going to say. It's perfect kind of test run
Yeah, it's a test run is what it is.
to get everyone's minds
And everybody to realize that the
and
world's not just
get everyone's
unicorns and
food
rainbows.
storage stocked up and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole world's not unicorn and rainbows, people. This is kind of what that is. It's like, you need to be prepared and ready for what's to come.
This is a great reminder.
So, what is something you want to say to your future kids, or anybody for that matter, about being prepared for the second coming?
Probably that you don't know if it could happen, so as much time as you can with your loved ones.
Hey, that's a really good one. Just keep,
Yeah.
if you love your mom, you better say I love you before she's gone, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great answer. Just keep in touch with your family. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Spend as much
maybe
time
we
with
can-
them as you can.
Yeah.
Or at least for me personally, I could work on telling my siblings and my parents that I love them a little more.
Yeah,
Because I hardly ever do. Maybe right when we're done with this podcast, how about we all go and we tell our family that we love them?
Yes, even you viewers,
Out of the
go
blue.
tell everybody that you love them. Not just them, anybody. Your family, whoever you love. And love your enemy too, because that matters.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Sort of on the same topic as what you want to tell your kids. What do you kind of plan on telling your grandkids about living during the coronavirus?
It gets hard. You just can't give up on faith.
Absolutely. I've kind of got a whole plan of what I'm going to tell them. And it's definitely going to be a little on the dramatic side.
Yeah,
I
same
may make
here.
it sound like we were just about to starve to death.
Yep. That's exactly what I told my parents. I was like, I'm going to tell everybody we're starving.
Quarantined, and there was a deadly virus that would kill us all. And there was pretty much no escape, and then like some bright light appeared, and all of a sudden we were all saved. See how much they'll believe.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's funny. That's a funny story. I had a similar story, actually quite similar. So there's no need to tell mine. Yeah. Is that all the questions we got?
Yeah, it looks like everything.
I think I've covered everything I got. Crystal, do you have anything to say?
Be safe. You wash your hands and you stay 6 or so feet away from people. So
So basically,
Yeah,
just
great advice.
just wash your hands. Stay away from people, right? Especially for the old people.
Yeah.
Don't be so selfish. Don't go out and get the virus and spread it. It's really not a good thing to do.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't go visit your grandparents.
Especially, don't do that. We actually
Now's
keep
probably not the best time.
our grandparents are on lockdown right now. We keep them in their house. We don't contact with them or nothing.
That's definitely the smartest move.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Looks like this is the conclusion of our podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in for our next podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.